Speaking of customer relationship and services, one important thing is related to your personal issue, that is emotion, and also your stress when you encounter it. How do you respond to it and respond it to customers? If you don't manage your emotion and stress well enough, in your workplace, you will have negative emotions and further result in customer complaints. So we need to look after ourselves well enough. Let me ask, what is emotion? From this slide, you can tell love, happiness, joy, and surprise. These are the emotions. They are the positive emotions and can spread around to other people. On the other hand, anger, sadness, dread, hatred, stress, and shame. The red bits on the slides are the negative emotions. Everyone has negative emotions. What should we do? How do we handle them? Once you have these negative emotions, your body will respond to it. You'll have headache, and you will suffer from the shortness of breath, rapid heartbeat. Your legs and head might be sore, numb, you might have tightness in the chest, and these would all affect your performance. It is important to manage your emotion and stress. We know a phrase called happiness indicator. A boy asked the father, "Dad, what do you think we should do to be the happiest person in the world?" The dad said, "I can sleep, I can eat, I can smile. That's the happiest thing about life." The son said, "Dad, are you kidding me?" Think about it. Nowadays, how many people rely on the sleeping pill to be able to sleep nowadays in Taiwan? So to be happy is rather simple. As long as you eat, sleep, and smile, that's happiness. You need to show the happiness in atmosphere, and you will spread this happiness to your friends and guests around you. Let's talk about emotional management. But first of all, we need to understand what is stress, how to develop a sense of humor, have the patience to listen, communicate with customers correctly, be empathetic, and have regular lifestyles. So it's actually not difficult to manage your emotions. When you suffer from stress, you need to have an outlet, but not towards the customers, family, pets, or dogs. When you have stress, you need to know how to handle it. For example, do exercise, listening to the music, etc. Everyone has emotion, that's okay, but you need to have an outlet properly. And the next thing is to have a regular lifestyle. So do not stay up late, because by doing so, you will have bad metabolism and your lifestyle will be changed, and you will even make an intentional mistake at work. Okay, here are the 4 advices given by some wise people. 1. Treat yourself as others, meaning you have peace of mind for doing things. Secondly, you treat others as yourself, meaning you have empathy for others. The third one, treat others as others, meaning you show respect for other people. The last one, treat yourself as self, meaning you need to keep learning and have the motivation to move forward and make progress. So all in all, 4 things: have empathy, have peace of mind, show respect, and have motivation. I have touched on the emotional part. Now I would like to make a conclusion. To manage the emotion well, of course, people suffer from stress nowadays, but we need to try to achieve the following things. First of all, to sleep well, and then you will eat better, and go to outdoors whenever necessary, and then you will have good interpersonal relationship. And then basically you are entering into a positive cycle. And then you'll become more positive and optimistic. And then you'll have more friends, and you wouldn't dwell on the stress so much at work. And because of that, you will perform better at workplace. Now let's look at this slide. There's a character on this slide. What do we learn from this character? There are 8 things we can learn. First of all, to work in the service industry, no matter what role you are in, a sales agent or receptionist, you need to have a clear mind. You need to observe with your eyes. Not that you need to have a pair of eagle eyes. Instead, your eyes need to reveal care and love. And your ears need to pay attention to any sound around you. You need to sweet talk and then make compliments. And then we need to have an open mind, be positive and open-minded. And we also need to swallow our pride. For example, you work as a certain level, but your friend has been promoted to a higher level and you don't feel happy about it. So you need to swallow your pride. The next thing is you need to be quick and swift and efficient when you work. So this is a comprehensive objective we need to achieve. When it comes to customer relationship management and service provision, individuals are important. Individuals constitute organizations. Organizations form departments. Departments form companies. An important element of a company is teams. What are teams? Teams are a group of people achieving one joint goal. They don't just do things on their own. Instead, these team members have joint objectives, and during the process of achieving the goal, the team members support each other and work together. One important element when it comes to teamwork is 5 P's. The first P refers to people. You need to have people first. Then you need to provide them with positions to these people. Then give these people powers. And most importantly, these group of people need to have a joint purposes and plan for that. These are the 5 P's to achieve the purposes and to achieve the destination, so that this group of people know where to go. Without the purposes, then the group of people lose their values for existence. Next, position. What does the position here refer to? It depends the function of the teams in a company. A company consists of departments. Each department has its own function. If the department only cares about itself, but not other departments, then this department is very self-centered. But customers look at the company as a whole, even though, say for example, the reception did a good job, but not the catering business, the customer wouldn't treat them separately. That's why it is important for departments to cover each other. The next thing is about planning. It is important for companies to have good planning. Next, power. Say, if a team is given a mission but not granted the power, the team cannot achieve anything. So power is important. At the workplace, we need to find a group of right people who work together toward achieving the right purposes, utilizing the talents of the team member to the maximum level. These are the 5 P's of teamwork. We can look at the importance of teamwork from the following series. I will also play a short video to demonstrate that. Let's look at the flying geese theory, which is commonly known to most people. What is the flying geese theory? When the geese are flying in the V formation, that's when they fly with the least effort. What's special about the geese is that when one of the geese is sick, lagging behind, or dying, this goose will be accompanied by other geese, and this goose position in the V formation will be supplemented by other geese, so that this group of geese will fly to the destination safely. Next, the example of ants and their strengths in numbers. I will also demonstrate this meaning through a video. You can understand that it's amazing. that their strength in numbers. Even ants gathered together can fight against creatures much larger than them. And it is the biggest and greatest interpretation of this phrase. Using the example of ants, let's have a look at the video now. This is another video that demonstrates the importance of the strength in numbers. One important thing is to see other people's needs. This short video demonstrates the difference between the heaven and the hell. There's a guy that went to the heaven and he understood what the heaven was like. Likewise, he understood what the hell was like when he went to the hell. Everyone's selfish and only look after themselves. But this video tells us that when we see other people's needs and help them achieve the needs, we are helping others. Other people are also helping us. So when we feed other people also feed us. That's a win-win situation, or triple win, and even the company wins as well, and everybody is in the beneficial position. So this is the example of the strength in numbers. Let's have a look at this short video. When we provide services to customers, inevitably there are conflicts. What should we do when conflicts arise? You must have the experience in this. It's inevitable, especially when you communicate with others. Opinions are different. But first of all, we need to understand the definition of conflicts. Conflicts are a way of communication. It is a manifestation of the difference between people in terms of needs, values, concepts, and interests. Conflicts can be internal or external, but it is very important that when you have conflicts, you understand the differences between each other instead of holding a grudge against each other or have misunderstanding. There are 5 main things in resolving conflicts. First of all, focus on the other person instead of yourself. Look at the issue of the other person. Next, ask the other person to understand what you are trying to communicate. The next point is to seek the trust of the other person proactively. As long as the other person trusts you, the other person will value your opinions and your plan and even accept your ideas. But once this person doesn't trust you, this person might oppose you for the sake of opposing. The next one is to seek truth gently. Sometimes if you save the face of other person, the person would be flexible and accept you. That's the importance of being gentle when you confront with others. The next thing is to create hopes. When we have conflicts with other people, we need to think on the positive side. We need to understand that everybody has conflicts because they are in the interest of the company as a whole instead of themselves. Now, let's talk about the tips to resolve conflicts. Sense of humor. Sometimes sense of humor is very good because sometimes you are very upset, but because of a comment made by the other party, you are no longer upset. So the tips include the first one, Make sure that each party has the willingness to resolve conflicts. Understand the types of conflicts you are in. Make sure you create win-win situation instead of competition. Utilize the sense of humor. Have direct communication. Seek the assistance from the third party who is neutral and learn the lesson from failure. Every conflict can be resolved unless you are too fixated on your own opinions. At workplace, how do we become an effective communicator? There are 6 key tips to understand yourself, industry, have correct objective and beliefs. First of all, you need to have the self-awareness of what is not enough for you. Collect information, continue to learn, accept challenges, be humble, and be a team player. These are the important things to know if you want to work in the service industry. There are 4 ways to enhance yourself in workplaces. 1, to gain the trust from others, whether it's your supervisor or customers. Next, you need to have the great vision and the right attitude in handling things. The third one, you need to have a very broad horizon, have the right vision, and look far ahead. And next one is to show respect to others. At the workplace, if you have these 4 abilities, you are gaining advantage edge. Here are the quotes from Morris Chang, founder of TSMC, a famous company in Taiwan. He said that those who are not willing to learn in the 21st century are illiterate. He also said that learning is like a portable banquet. And Rocky Yang, general manager of 104, a job hunting company in Taiwan, he said that his ideal employees are someone who are willing to shoulder up responsibility and put themselves in other people's shoes. Successful people are the ones who understand their duties and have positive thinking. Those who fail only think about themselves. Successful people win other people's heart. People who fail are only winning for a short term. So these are the things we need to learn at workplace. These are the important qualities and characteristics you should have at workplace. Instead of IQ or EQ, we focus on AQ. AQ refers to adversity quotient. What are your responses when you encounter difficulties? Do you turn your head away or you face up the challenges? This is an easy and is something we need to learn. Therefore, we need to be a winner, have the ability to be flexible, execute, organize, and also be professional. The time and environment changes. Even though today's session is related to customer service and relationship, but important thing is to make sure that you have the ability to be hired permanently. Many companies can no longer offer permanent employment until your retirement, but we need to make sure that we are capable wherever we go and work. This is something we need to learn and enhance and identify. Of course, when it comes to customer relationship, there are professional elements involved, but what's important is to demonstrate your personal traits. You need to do a good job in providing services, do a good personal brand, start with love and tolerance so that you'll be a winner in workplace and in customer and interpersonal relationship. That's the end of today. Thank you very much. God bless you.